Hi everybody, we'll just give it a couple seconds until people start coming on. Let's see here. Hi everybody, it's Megan from the leasing office. I am your surprise leasing office guest for today. I am coming to you from the comfort of my sewing room in my house. So I worked from home today, but I am just taking a little bit of a break to tell you guys what I've been working on in my spare time. Our office is still open. We're here for our residents. We're here for our future residents, but I myself just happen to be working from home today. So I am here on the top floor of my house in my sewing room. So for those of you who don't know this, you may have read about it in the little profile they did on me a couple weeks ago. I work in the leasing office as one of our leasing professionals, but I moonlight as a seamstress. So I've been sewing for about 18 years. I started when I was 10, and it's just something that I really enjoy doing, and I especially enjoy giving back. So one of the things that you may have seen going around is that the health networks in the Lehigh Valley, St. Luke's and LVHN, are looking for donations of fabric masks. So as I'm sure you all know, the masks are in super short supply and they're having to be reused, and they're pretty much doing anything they can in order to prolong their lives, which is really important. It's good for the patients, it's good for the workers who are there. So there's a big group out there who are looking to make fabric masks and donate them to the hospitals, which I started doing earlier this week. So this is a super easy sewing project. Anybody with a sewing machine and basic sewing skills can do this. It takes you 10 to 15 minutes. It's super easy, and I am going to walk you through it. I will go again over this at the end. We would love for you to share how you are spending your at-home quarantine time. Please use the hashtag #HunkerDowntown to share what you're doing, because we would love to, we'd love to know what's going on. So I am going to flip you guys around here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, I have my fabric doubled, so this is actually about double the width right now. And the fabric is, it's a cotton material, which is what the hospitals are recommending. And all you're going to want to do is cut it to a 9 by 7 inch square. So I own a quilting ruler, which I know not a lot of people have, but it allows us to do measurements on one side and on the other side. So you're going to cut it to 9 by 7, which is very easy. And I've actually already done that, so I have it done and ready to go. The other thing that you're going to want to cut is your elastic. So this is the elastic that I'm currently using. It's a 3/8 inch elastic. I recommend 1/4, but the 1/4 is actually out of stock everywhere because everyone's doing the same thing. So we kind of got to use what we have here. And then the last thing you're going to want to cut is actually a piece of pipe cleaner. So pipe cleaners are perfect for the nose bridges. If you know how masks are made, they need to squeeze down over your nose in order to be more effective. So you have a piece of pipe cleaner cut to right about 4 inches. So we're actually just going to take a trip over to my ironing area, my ironing board, where I have started working on pinning this whole thing together. So what I have here for you, is we're going to pin our elastic to the sides. I've already done it on one side, and we're just going to do it on the other. So you have 2 pieces of elastic cut to 6 inches. You're going to line it up just right about a 1/2 inch from the top, and then you're going to pin it. And then you're just going to do the exact same thing on the bottom. So it's the same concept right on the bottom. And then you're going to pin the 2 pieces together, right sides together, which I'll show you. So let's get us flipped around here. If you have any questions, let me know. I've been sewing for a really long time. It's kind of my fun fact. And no, I will not hem your pants. It's a common question I get. Not really my thing. So I have this all pinned together now. And I'm going to pin the other piece of fabric right to the top. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to pin this bad boy all together. If anyone wants to leave a comment, let me know how you are spending your hunker downtown time. I would love to know. Today was my first day working from home, and my 4-legged coworker wanted nothing more than to spend literally the whole day with me. So, alrighty, we're just about done here. Then we're going to head over to the sewing machine. what's really cool about these masks is that they're going to go directly to the hospitals, who are going to wash and sterilize them. And then from there, they're going to go to the different departments, and they're going to be able to wear them over their N95 masks to prolong the lives while they wait for shipments to come in, which is really, really cool. So let's go on a little walk over to my sewing area. Now, as I'm sure you can see, I am a person with many sewing machines. So I'm using the one that's behind me right here. This is kind of my main machine. And I'm gonna let you know a simple way to, get this all sewed together. So you now have a square, it's pinned together on all sides. And all you're gonna do is sew all the way around, super easy, and leave about a 2-inch opening at the bottom because we have to flip this. So let me put you over on the machine here. Now, I'm an extremely fast sewer. I've been sewing for a long time, so you don't need to be this fast. It's just how fast I am, and it's also loud. And I just realized that my thread is not catching. So we're going to start this over right here. Sorry about that. This happens sometimes. It's normal. I see lots of people have joined in. Thank you for joining us. If anyone ever wants to learn how to sew, you know where to find me. I'm in the leasing office. Alrighty, let's try this bad boy again. Perfect. So what I just did was I left about a 2-inch opening at the bottom because we have to flip this. So it's kind of like making a pillow. If you've ever gone to a basic class on sewing, that's kind of one of the first things they'll teach you how to make. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this, and then I'm just going to point at my corners. I have a little tool for that. Now, if you were putting the metal piece in the nose, you'd want to stitch that right to the top on the inside. I'm going to skip that for this particular demo just to make it a little bit easier. I was asked where I got my fabric. I am a Joann's aholic. What's really cool about Joann's is that they're actually offering kits to make these, so you can get fabric, elastic, and everything you need, and they're donating it, which is really cool. You can request them online. A lot of people have sent me that info, which is awesome. I'm going to do one more little step here, some folding. So we're going to go back to my ironing board area here. Now, this part is kind of the most, I don't want to say difficult, but one of the more labor-intensive kind of sections of this. So what we need to do is we need to accordion fold this. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it. I'm going to iron it with my iron, and I'm going to press it into 4 distinct sections. So I'm going to want crease lines in the middle, one here and one there. So I'm just going to press that. I also really like this fabric. If you haven't caught wind, it has dogs on it. I am a dog parent. My dog is not allowed inside my sewing room, so she is losing her mind right now, wanting to hang out in here. So, from here, what we're going to want to do are create some pleats. So I have different lines on here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these and I'm going to pin them like this. And I'm going to do the same thing with the lower pieces. It's very hard to do with one hand. But I'm going to pin them and do that on both sides. And then we're going to sew the whole thing together. So I'm going to pin those really quickly to the best of my abilities. And again, I'm an experienced sewer, so I've been doing this a really long time. For me, this takes 10 to 15 minutes. For someone who's maybe more of a novice sewer, this might take more like 20 to 30 in terms of planning out everything. I just happen to be doing this for a long time, and I made about 40 of these on Monday, so I have the pattern more or less down at this point. So at this point, I have it pleated and pinned, and now we're going to go back to the sewing machine for a quick zip around, and then we are going to be done. It's really that easy. So I'm going to set you guys up here again, and again, this is very loud, so bear with me. And that, my friends, is it. That leaves us with our finished project, which is going to expand out. So when people put them on, they're going to go right over the ears and then can be expanded downward. If you have the metal piece, you're able to scrunch it up over your nose. So these are meant to be worn over top of the N95s. They are not meant to directly protect you. You can make them for yourself, more of a fashion statement than anything else, but they do at least block a little bit, and then they help our nurses and our doctors and all of our other healthcare professionals extend the lives of their masks, which is really important right now as we have this shortage. So if you are interested in making these, send me a message on Instagram or send Strata a message. I'm happy to help. I can certainly walk you through it, or if you want a step-by-step tutorial on the pattern, I'm more than happy to help you with that. Ask for donations. I know elastic is sold out everywhere, but Joanne's is donating it. And if you have a stash, if you happen to have a stash laying around, or if your mom has something like that, you're more than welcome to make these. The hospitals will take anything at this point. LVHN has specific drop-off locations, which you can find by visiting, just Google LVHN fabric masks. It tells you exactly where you can drop them off on Lehigh Street. So any questions, please let me know. Thank you for joining me in my sewing room. Please use #HunkerDowntown to tell us how you are spending all of your quarantine time. If you're making any cool crafts, doing any donations, helping the world in any way, please just let us know. But thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.